Hang on to your seat, baby, cause this one's a screamer, a screamer.
What is going on, YouTube? So today I'm going to be doing my Bad Boys LA recap. Y'all forgive me for the timing of my videos. StreamYard has been acting extremely difficult. And if y'all don't know, StreamYard is basically the application that I use to upload through YouTube. So that's what I'm using right now. Hopefully this quality comes out amazing. But the video qualities I haven't been satisfied with. The audio quality I haven't been satisfied with. So I'm trying to find another streaming platform to use because I'm not happy with none of this. Like, because I don't want to put out trash content. I don't want to put out content that y'all can't hear what I'm saying fully. Y'all can't see me clearly, stuff like that. So that's why I've been uploading later and everything like that. Last week, that's a part of the reason why I didn't upload either, besides me being so busy. So yeah, because yesterday I tried to record, the quality trash. And I tell you, trash. My bad, y'all. Trash, and more trash. You get what I'm saying? Like, no. I just didn't want to put that out there. So yeah, let's get to this episode. And y'all stay tuned for tonight because I'm doing a live with Lou from the after show about everything that's going on. We're doing the Bad Boys after show tonight so we can get into Mr. Carry-On's arrest. You feel me? And him allegedly thumping and boop, 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 da-da-da, somebody and driving their car afterwards. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, the episode starts off with them leaving the bowling alley, right? They leave the bowling alley after the fight. So they're all disappointed. They're like, oh, we wanted to have fun. We wanted to do this, buzz. Next thing you know, the baby and Danny Lee's brother fighting. Blase. They act like they was like the main girls or the main star of that bowling alley event. They looked like they was on the sidelines, and all the big celebrities and the big names were on one side, and they were like on the side as if they were regular guests and customers. So stop acting like as if y'all, you feel me? Like y'all with some big wigs out here. Like stop, right? So they go outside. They get in the sprint or whatever, and Gutta is funny. Gutta was like, "Oh, the baby, you know, like he killed niggas in Walmart. We not gonna talk about it, baby. We not gonna talk about it, baby. Like he killed niggas in Walmart in the back. Yeah." And then he was just like, that's just another nigga." And I caught what Gutta K was gonna say. He was gonna say that's just another DL nigga getting somebody. But I know he didn't want to say that because he said the baby killed people in Walmart. Like I caught what you was about to say, Gutta K. Like I peeped what you was gonna say. So yeah. Next thing you know, angry Mr. Talk Sexuality, nothing else, because you know that's all he talks about is talk sexuality. He's sitting in the back of the Sprinter mad like, oh, fucking Willem's cakes, big juicy cakes in my face. Fuck. Ugh. So he's mad, right? Angry. So then he was just like, you know what, guys? I want to address something real quick. And I want everybody to hear this. Willem, why are you shaking your Big Debbie cakes in my face in the club? You got me fucked up. I should really slap the shit out of you, Willem. Why the fuck are you doing this, Willem? So then Willem's just like, what? Cakes? Only cakes I eat is Debbie cakes. My cakes wasn't in your face. What? I never did that. And if I did, it was an accident. My whole thing is everybody's like on Moolah's side and stuff, and they're like, oh, Moolah has the right to defend himself. Buzz it. He wasn't twerking directly on him. I get it was embarrassing because he was twerking in that little raggedy cheap suit that he was wearing, but he wasn't twerking on him. If he was, Zeus would have shown it. I can guarantee you Zeus would have shown it. You wanna know why? Because they've shown Willem's ass crack sitting on a bed. You don't think they're gonna show him twerking on Moolah and him getting mad? You get what I'm saying? They wouldn't have just edited that out. They would have shown it so that way it would make sense to why Moolah is mad. Because I really don't get why he was mad. He maybe was twerking his direction, but Moolah acted like he went up to him and did the raven, I want to ride. He didn't do that. So why are you so mad and angry and oh my god, like you about to cry in your panties? Like it's so annoying. Zeus would have showed it. I don't give a crap. So you already know Willem's not really a bad boy, in my opinion. He's scary as hell. He's scared as hell in that van. He's shaking in his boots. Timber just, he's like, I never did that. Neve, are you gonna come out? I'm being catfished. Like he's scared as hell, right? So he like he's pressing him. He's just like, why the fuck you keep doing that? You gonna get famous on your own. Stop trying to get clout twerking. Saying he's trying to get clout and he's purposely twerking on him. The thing that pissed me off is like he was saying he's purposely twerking to make Moola mad. Willem's not, he seems like an innocent white boy who thought that doing this show was gonna be cool and lit and he wanted to get on, but really he belongs on the Real World or like Big Brother. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't belong on Bad Boys, right? So I don't see him thinking, oh, let me make this nigga mad and twerk on him. Willem's not that type. He's not that bold. He's really not. He might have a bolt on his face, but he's not that bold. He's just not that bold to me. So that whole, oh, he's purposely doing it to piss you off, I don't agree with that. That's BS. So on to the next. Willem and Anthony, right? So after that, we find out Mr. Willem, he said he tooted and booted. So Willem shook, y'all. You feel me? He did a out the house. He ran out the house. He running out the house. So I don't blame him because he probably felt scared, right? So next thing you know, they show Milan and Anthony talking outside. And the thing is with Milan, I like him, but he's like, to me, he's a very much a pick me gay. Like he's like pick me. I want to be on your team straight. He's just that type of vibe to me. Like he's very much a pick me gay, and it's annoying, right? Him and Anthony are talking, and Anthony, he's just like, oh my god, you heard what happened last night? And next thing you know, Darrell comes by. Darrell's just like, oh, so like I see Willow, I see Anthony and Milan talking about a pool. You know, I'm a messy girl, so I wanted to stop by and hear the things of the things. So he stops by in the pool or whatever. So they start talking about the night before. They're talking as if they saw it happen. Like they're talking as if they saw Willem go over there, shook his Debbie cakes all upon Moolah's crotch and pissed him off. You get what I'm saying? But looking back at it, I've seen now on social media, we're going to talk about this on the after show. Darrell has backed up Willem saying, hey, we did, now looking back at it, he didn't twerk on him. So he was just looking for a storyline. Moolah is doing something very smart. He's very calculated. If y'all don't watch him, he's doing all of this stuff so he could keep his name up on the show. He's doing this basically for a storyline. He saw Carry On wasn't going to pay him no attention and wasn't going to really fight back or not really give a crap. And if he kept pressing Carry On, he probably would have ended up RIP'd and he would Mr. Carry On would have drove his car away, but that's besides the point. So yeah, you feel me? Like Carry On wasn't really giving him any attention, so he needed to find his next victim so he could make his next storyline. And the next person was basically Willem. That was the next person he was be able to get sort of like feedback from. You feel me? Plus, Willem's kind of scary. So he knew that was an easy target, right? So they're talking to each other or whatever. They're like, oh, you got to, make yourself, you got to make straight people comfortable when you're around them, especially when we go to straight clubs and blah, 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 blah. I get his whole point, but like I said, they're talking from a point of not seeing what happened. So looking back at the show now, they probably do feel a little bad because, like I said on the previous episode, all we see is Willem twerking like a twerk monster, but never twerking directly on Moolah. So it looks kind of like dramatic that he's going so hard on him for no freaking reason, right? So Anthony, to me, too, I don't really like him because he's to me like he's just a co-signer. Like he's always co-signing everything Milan said. He's just like, yeah, like that's what he get, that's what he deserves. So yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, like he's just co-signer. Like doesn't really have much of a point to be there in my opinion. At least Darrell, he's funny and like he says funny stuff. Like they were talking about like being basically making straight people being comfortable around you or whatever. And then Darrell's in the confessional, he was just like, yeah, like but I guess straight people, they wouldn't want to see a pick a fight and a pick a jaw. Shit like he says dumb funny stuff that is like he's entertaining. You get what I'm saying? He's very entertaining. So yeah. Next thing you know, Milan calls Willems. He's calling Willems. He's so dramatic, Milan. And his little his Miami Beach thong, calling Willem. He's just like, yeah, And like I said, Milan is basically the main character. He's the one carrying the storylines around, contributing to the storylines, and carrying the storylines through, in my opinion. If it wasn't for him, the show wouldn't have as much strength as it does because he really is carrying the storylines through and through, right? So he calls Willem, and Willem's just like, so I just had to toot it and boot it. Okay, because I was not gonna get beat up by those hoodlums. No, no, no. This isn't catfish. Neve isn't in town, and I'm not gonna get cat like a fish. I'm not gonna get gutted like a fish. Okay, I tooted it and booted it. So yeah, he's telling him that he's like, oh, he's scared. He's not gonna come back. He feels like he was gonna get jumped, which him getting jumped is him thinking he was gonna get jumped is a very caring thing for him to think. Like he really thinks that like these two niggas was just gonna pummel him over him twerking in the atmosphere. I don't think that was gonna happen, but I do think that if he kept denying it, Moola would have tried to fight him. I do think that would have happened. I don't think Curtis would have jumped in or did anything, but I think Moola would have kept pressing him like, so you're gonna say it didn't happen? Oh, it didn't happen, and then try to fight him. You get what I'm saying? Just to prove that he's tough. I would have seen that happening. I really do. So I kind of get why he did leave, but I feel like he was doing the most with the whole, oh, I feel like I was gonna get jumped, right? So next thing you know, Willem was talking about how he's worried about his health and wellness. That's why he's not coming back. And also, Willem posted something about why he was scared in the house, about how he had like family trauma with abuse and everything. We're gonna talk about that more on the after show as well. So stay tuned for that tonight, y'all. Please, please, please. And then also, Milan talked to Dylan, right? And to me, Dylan to me is such a follow and a bandwagoner. Because the moment Willem left, he was like, oh, this is my end to fit in, right? So he's just like, I don't really give a fuck about that stupid fat bitch. Like, if you're gonna leave, you're a scarab bitch. You feel me? You're just a scarab bitch. You just left and like, you're just scary. Like, you just didn't really even leave. You left in the middle of the night. You took all your stuff, you packed it, you put it in a nice little suitcase, and then you twerked your big cakes about the house, right? So he's talking all this crap, big money crap about basically Willem to Milan, and then Milan's just like, oh, we need to try to get him back. So he's just like, yeah, like I'm gonna try to get him back because it's like you a scary bitch if you don't like, finish what you started. You're a scary hoe. You feel me? So Dylan to me is just a bandwagoner because like you don't really serve a purpose there. Like to me, he's really lame. He doesn't seem like somebody they should have casted on the show. I feel like if any of the guys really pressed him and tried to fight him, he would leave just as Willem did. So stop acting as if you're so tough, big, and bad, especially in the confessionals. It's not good. It's not good, right? So next thing you know, Moola and Curtis talk outside, and Moola is like, man, I don't know why Willem left. I just told him to stop shaking his cakes in my face. I didn't know why. I didn't tell the man to leave. I just wanted him to stop shaking his Big Debbie cakes in my face. I told him I want carry-ons cakes. I want the little brown cakes. And he kept giving me the vanilla party cakes. I didn't want it. Right? So he's like, oh, he doesn't know why Willem left. I'm like, yo, of course you know why Willem left, because you scared that little white boy off. You knew he was gonna be scared. You pressed him in a confined space in that sprint, knowing damn well that boy's about like 2 feet away from you, one person away from you, and at any second you could have knocked him in his jaw and knocked the catfish out of his mouth. You get what I'm saying? So you don't think he gonna be scared and run up out that house? I was just surprised when Willem did that. Of course he gonna run up out that house. That boy probably never fought a day in his life before entering that house, right? So Curtis is like, oh yeah, like the man was just going crazy with the twerk. I think he like twerked on my head. This is what I'm talking about with the idiotic stuff. When did he twerk on your head? I'm telling all this stuff, Zeus would have shown. Best believe Zeus would have made Willem look like an idiot. They really would have shown everything. They wouldn't have cut it out. Why would they cut it out? I hate because I'll be seeing people like, oh, they probably left it out. Why would they leave it out? It would only make the storyline better because they would have proof of all the stuff they're talking about. You get what I'm saying? Like they wouldn't have left any of it out. If he twerked on Moolah, they would have showed it. If he twerked on Curtis's head, they would have shown it. It just doesn't make any sense at all, right? So they start laughing about Willem leaving and everything like that. And then Dylan comes out. He's just like, say, what's up, guys? Like, I heard that fat bitch, Willem left. You feel me? I heard he left. So what's going on? Mulan's just like, what's going on with your boy? You feel me? What's up with you guys? You guys, the cake crew, you guys sell Debbie cakes? Or are you guys gonna be fake? Like, what's going on with you boys? So then Dylan's just like, well, I don't really, care about that fat bitch, but like, I didn't want him to leave. I think he's a scary bitch. And I think, he's just scary hoe. And then Moola, I feel like Moola and Curtis were just giving him his stamp of approval, and he was living for it, y'all. He was just like, oh yeah, like he was really, really happy about it. Basically, I feel like he was giving him a stamp of approval to basically be like, oh, you're a cool gay. Like, we'll be cool with you. Like, you're fine, right? That type of thing. Lame, and more lame, right? So after that happens or whatever, Willem is outside. They show Willem outside. And it reminded me of the scene, right? Y'all ever watch Basketball Wives? When Tammy took Keisha purse when they was in, I think when they went to like Dubai or something like that. I forgot where they went, but when Tammy from Basketball Wives, she took Keisha purse, and then Keisha, she was just like, I want you to come here and take your motherfucking purse. Okay, I want you to come here and tell me what you said about me, and then I'll give you a purse, and then I have some respect for you. That's what it reminded me of, because Willem, basically how Willem was how Keisha was in that scene, because Keisha was like she was panting and crying. Willem in that scene, he was like panting and crying too. So it just gave me flashbacks. I was just like, this is so Willem and Keisha from Basketball Wives, right? So him complaining about Moolah, it did give Karen energy. It did give like the white girl or the white guy calling the manager on like, oh, this scary black dude, he's scaring me or whatever. So that did kind of irritate me, because I'm like, you're doing the most. There's all this security around. Calm the hell down. Like, you act like this man is gonna stab you or kill you. Carry on. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like you might get hit, but you're gonna be fine, boy. You're not gonna die, right? So Mullah comes outside. He's just like, Willem, come here, man. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna slap your cakes. I'm not gonna clap your cakes. You feel me? I'm just out here to talk to you, man. What's going on, man? I'm not gonna hurt you. I was just telling you, I'm not with it. You feel me? I known you before this, and we end up finding out that he knows Willem before the show. Like, he ended up interviewing him or whatever. And that's more of a reason why the fact that you're acting like this and you met him before and y'all had a good repertoire is even shows more how lame you are, because it shows like you're low-key trying to humiliate him just because he's soft and you'll get away with it. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're low-key doing it just to like show your authority type shit, because you wouldn't do that to somebody like Anthony or Milan, because they would fight you. Willem's not gonna fight you. Like, you get what I'm saying? So he was like, I interviewed him before in my radio show, and like it was good vibes and everything. But he got here, he got too comfortable. The cakes were in my face, right? Keeps going on about that. Keeps going on and on about that, right? So the next thing you know, Willem said, I am going to dip it, and what did he say? Toot it and boot it. He got up in that car, he slid up in that car, right? Because Moolah ended up accusing him of leaking the cast. And I was like, they probably was watching my old videos like, who's leaking that cast, right? So I do think it was Willem, because when he accused him of it, that face where you get caught doing what you wasn't supposed to? He was like, right? So I do think he was leaking the cast. And I don't think he was just leaking the cast to be like mad, but I think he was just like going off to his friends or whatever, like, oh my God, I'm so mad. Like, this boy keep pressing me, blase, 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 all this type stuff. That's what I think, how the cast got leaked, right? So he ends up getting in the car, drives off, mad as all ever, right? Because he's scared as hell. He's just like, toot it and boot it. He got in that car, and then Mullah's just like, get out, man. Let me just see your cakes. Like, maybe one time. Come on. Right? After that happens, he drives off. That's the end we see of Willem, right? The next scene we see is Gutta and Carry On talking. And basically, Gutta and Carry On had a heart-to-heart. We seen Carry On basically open up about his dad. why he leaked the voicemail. He said he leaked the voicemail because he felt like Kirk Franklin was basically playing with him, and he wanted the world to see the true him. He didn't want him to get canceled and stuff. And it's sad because we find out that Kirk apologized to the world and not to him about the voicemail. Like, that's pretty sad, right? So Gunna's just like, so like, what's going on with your dad and like your daddy's situation and like everything with your dad, like, you know, your dad. Like, you feel me? Like, he started talking about his whole situation, whatever. We found out Gutta K's stepdad died and his biological dad died as well. So they basically had an emotional moment, hugged it out and everything like that. And you know what's funny? People be so mad, right? At Gutta K, at Willem and stuff like that. But the way Gutta K be pushing on Carry On, why is nobody calling Gutta K out? You feel me? Because he be overstepping his boundaries, getting in Carry On's bed and stuff like that. But nobody calls him out. But Willem goes out in public and twerks, and he gets accused of freaking grinding on somebody. That's what bothers me. That's the hypocrisy in y'all fans that be watching some of these shows. Like, I don't see that too, but when I see Carry On and Gutta K push on about Carry On, you're like, oh my god, that's so cute. Which I think it is, but it's like, don't be saying that. And then when y'all see Willem bounce his case, says, oh, he doing too much. How's he doing too much and he minding his business, twerking on the side? You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it irritates me. So we see Moola and Milan come out and talk or whatever, and they're very, very cool. Moola and Milan are like this, two peas in a pod. I guess Milan got his wish come true, and he got his little DL Trey Moola and keeps his little secret so they can play around in the background. I peep, but that's besides the point. So they come in, they tell everybody Willem's gone. He was just like, Moolah's just like, I'm glad I don't have to deal with his fruity ass. Stuff like that. It's like, you really have a disdain just for like the community. Just say it. Like, if you do, I would respect it if you just say, I don't like y'all. That's it. Just say it. But don't try to excuse it, try to wordplay and do all this. No. Say how you feel, and then that's it. I would respect him a lot more if he did that. But he's not gonna do that. He's gonna try to make it seem like everybody's making him feel uncomfortable, and that's why he doesn't like this and this and blah 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 blah, right? So they talk about the song and how they're gonna do a bad boy song. Like they're the Blue Girls, like they're the Blue Girls Club. They're gonna do a song, record a rap song called Bad Boys. Like, I guess that's the intro of the song. That is you bad boy. Yep. That's the intro of the song, whatever, right? Whack as hell. But that's besides the point. I'm not hating, I'm just saying the casting I feel like could have been done a lot better this season, right? So then Darrell's just like, I got a song on Stars. You think I'm worried about getting a song with these niggas? What is it, an episode? It's gonna be a 30-minute song. Why would I want to hop on an episode? So he was funny when he was saying that. And then Moolah, his bitch ass, talking about, oh, like, I don't want to, just hop on any song with anybody. Moolah, you can't rap. Like, you really can't rap at all. You can't rap at all. So stop acting like you Jay-Z or Grandmaster Flex up in this bitch, because you're not. Like, you're very much Blueface level. Like, you can't really like rap, and Blueface is even better than him. Blueface can actually rap and make some good ass tracks. Like, the way he raps, Moolah raps like he's like he's reading off of a lyric. He'll talk like he'll rap like this. We even see in a preview too. He'll be like this: F and G. You fuck with me, I'm a G. You fuck with me, I at P. Willem shake his cakes in my face. I put that nigga in his place. He got another taste. We did the motherfucking race. I got him out the house. That's a motherfucking chase. Like, stuff like that. Like, it sound like you read it and see, I snap. It's not like you read it off of a paper. Like, you really can't rap like you think you do. So talking about, oh, you can't hop on just anybody track. Stop it. You're not that girl. Stop. So yeah, that's about the episode. The next episode, we're going to see them actually record the track. We're going to see Carry On versus Milan. And please tune in for the after show tonight, because we're going to get into Carry On's arrest, more of the episode that I didn't talk about in this recap, and everything else. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Bye.
No.